We are talking about Pythagorean theorem. Yep. So the question is, what is a Pythagorean theorem and why do we need that? Okay. So there is nothing fancy about a Pythagorean theorem. It deals with a right triangle or right angle triangle. This is 90 degree. This is one side. This is other side. These are the two sides that is making 90 degree. Okay?
Yeah.
And this is called hypotenuse.
The longest side of
The longest side of the right angle triangle. As per the Pythagorean theorem, let's say this is C. It says a square plus b square equals to c square. In layman's term, I can say the square of the two sides making that 90 degree, the sum of the squares of the two sides making the 90 degree is equal to square of the longest side of the right triangle.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is a formula that was given by the Pythagorean theorem or the mathematician named Pythagoras. That's why it is called Pythagorean theorem. But you know what? Pythagorean theorem was just a way to memorize it. This concept was developed long time ago. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
It was developed long time ago using the property of similar triangles. So Pythagorean theorem is nothing but the extension of that. I'm not sure if you were there in that class when I explained how the Pythagorean theorem is derived. So basically, you don't have to trust me or you don't have to memorize this formula or the Pythagorean theorem. We actually proved that in the previous class, how it is derived. And what I will do is, I will give you the link of that video where we have done that. Okay, it's inside the same playlist where we put all our classes video. I will give you the link for that one. Okay, you can just go through it where I have explained that also. Okay, and if there is any doubt, I will explain that one more time. But I'm just trying to save time for not explaining the same thing that I've explained before. But for you to remember this, okay? Let's look at something called a property of triangles. Let's say this triangle ABC and triangle DEF. If these two triangles are similar, do you know what a similar triangle means?
Yeah, like their shape must be similar, but their shape and their angles must be similar, but their size should not be like.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah. So basically, similar triangle means if two triangles are similar, that means the three angles of one triangle has a matching equivalent angle in the corresponding triangle. Let's say if this is angle 1, if this is angle 2 and this is angle 3, and here we have three angles. So this could be same as angle 1, it could be same as angle 2, and this could be same as angle 3. Meaning, for every angle in this triangle, there is a corresponding matching angle in the second triangle. That's what makes it similar. Meaning, two triangles with matching angles makes them similar. They look similar, but just they're different in size. One might be bigger, one might look like a squeezed version of a triangle. Yeah? So that is what makes it similar. Now, based on the property of the triangles, if they are two similar triangles, what it means is that's one of the properties, right? Like when we say if there are two, if there is a shape with three sides, we call it triangles. So same way here, in case of similar triangle, there is one property that we need to know is if there are two triangles similar, the opposite sides for the matching angle are in the same proportion. What it means is if this angle and this angle are same, okay? What is the opposite side for this angle? This side. Come on and find a chair. You can pick that chair also. Within a chair. Yeah.
Okay.
So when we have two triangles, if they are similar, the opposite sides of the matching angles are in the same proportion. Meaning the side opposite to this angle is this one. So BC and this same angle one, let's say this one, DF. BC by DF will be equal to, you pick the second angle, this one, side opposite to that is AC divided by DE. So I have explained the same concept where I have tried proving that Pythagorean theorem, right? How it is derived.
Yeah.
Okay? So I would suggest you to watch that video so that you would know how is that Pythagorean theorem ABC. This is 90 degree. A square plus B square equals to C square is derived. Okay. That video is only for you to be able to derive that Pythagorean theorem. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll try doing some sums. Okay. So to Mitra. So what we started was I was checking with Srivatsav on what are the topics for STAAR test that he wants to brush up. Okay. So he said one is Pythagorean theorem. He wanted to be sure about that. And if you remember it correctly, we have done Pythagorean theorem in the previous class. We also learned how do we derive the Pythagorean theorem so that you don't have to trust me that A square plus B square equal to C square. There is a way to prove that, right?
Yeah.
And we proved that using the concepts of a similar triangle. Yeah, that's what I was just giving a brief to Srivatsav also. And I would want Srivatsav to watch that video where I have proved that Pythagorean theorem. That way, he will not blindly trust me. He would know there is a way to prove it. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's do one or two sums on Pythagorean theorem. Okay. So remember one thing in mind. Pythagorean theorem holds true only for right angle triangles. We don't talk about Pythagorean theorem for any other triangle. We are dealing with whenever we are dealing with right angle triangle, then only this comes into play. Yeah. Now let's say you have a situation. You have one side known as 5 centimeter, this side known as 12 centimeter. Question will come. Okay, for right angle triangle, one side is 5 centimeter, other side is 12 centimeter, and these are the two sides making that 90 degree.
Yeah, the size 13.
Yeah, to find out the length of the third side.
And it's 13.
Yes. So, Srivatsav, would you know how to do it? You'll just put that in the Pythagorean theorem. You'll do square of this plus square of this. So, square of this will be 25.
Yeah. So basically, we need to add all the. We need to have the legs. We need to add them with their squares,
Yes.
and you find the
Hypotenuse. Yeah.
hypotenuse.
Or there could be a scenario where you will be told that this side is.
Oh, I think the formula for that is C square is equals to.
A square plus B square.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might come across a situation where they will say, okay, one of the side is known, hypotenuse is known. Find out this side. So you have to, like you added the square of two sides to find the square of third side. Here you'll be subtracting the square of this side from this one to get the square of this one. Okay.
Yeah, to find the legs, right?
Right. So I think what I would suggest is you try doing some sums on IXL on Pythagorean theorem. There will be assignment on IXL online. I will also give you some sums, but I want you to do little more comprehensive practice on this one, okay? This theorem has no difficulty, okay? It's very easy to understand. Now it comes to how do you implement it and where do you practice those sums, okay? So what I can do is I can find out a unit from Khan Academy for you to practice some sums and do the test online to know whether you have understood it correctly or not, and if there's something missing, let me know. I will try covering that up, okay?
Yeah.
So that is on the Pythagorean theorem. Next topic was, I'll come to you also, Mithran, to know what are the topics that you want to cover, and then same way, okay? So Mithran, Srivatsav has given me 3 topics. One was Pythagorean theorem. Second one was
Volume and surface area.
volume and surface area. Okay. Tell me what all you know and where you want me to explain something so that I can keep it focused.
You know.
And I can start from the basics. That's possible, but I might not be able to cover everything in one class or in the time that we have. So we can actually start. Okay.
If you teach me surface area,
Sure.
or
Okay. So let's look at this thing quickly. Okay. When you talk about volume, I have a very good example for you. You can see this water bottle, right? Which I keep using for drinking water all the time.
yeah,
How much water it contains, that tells you the volume of this can or this bottle. If this is a bigger bottle, it contains more water. That tells the volume of the bottle. Okay?
yeah,
Or the space it takes. If I have to keep it in a, let's say, inside a box or in a bag, that should have enough space to keep this. So all the space that it takes, the amount of air it will displace, that is called the volume. Okay?
yeah,
Now, what is surface area? Surface area is, if you have to paint this in red, you will color all this part, and then the top. That is called surface area, meaning the surface of the object that is exposed. Okay? So if you look at me as an object, if you have to make me look blue, like the Avatar movie, yeah, what will you do? You'll have to color me blue, right? My entire body. That is my surface area. All the portion of my body that you would want to color me, right? That will be my surface area. What is the volume? If you put me in a swimming pool, okay, and the amount of water I displace, that is my volume. Meaning, that is the total space I would need. Let's say the swimming pool is full to the top, and then you throw me in the swimming pool. Some amount of water will come out of the swimming pool because it was filled to the top. The amount of water that comes out, that is my volume. Meaning, that is the amount of space I would need to fit me in the swimming pool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah? So that is the conceptual difference between volume and surface area. Now let's look at some of the objects, basic objects. Square. This is a square where all the sides are same length.
Yeah.
So if you look at this is a rectangle, this is length and this is width. Here everything is same, all sides are length. Here this is length, this is also length, this is width, this is also width. Yeah?
Yeah.
So this is the basic difference between a square, a square and a rectangle. Now let's extend this. What did I make? This is a cube. This is a cube. So cube is an extension of a square where all the sides are of same length. So there is no length, width and height. Everything is length, length and length. Okay. Now you extend this guy. This becomes a cuboid. So when you extend a rectangle and add some height to it, it becomes a cuboid. So that's the basic difference. A square becomes a cube, rectangle becomes a cuboid. Okay?
Yeah.
Here in case of a cube, all the sides are of same length. You have 6 sides. 6 sides. If you remember a dice, if you have played Ludo, right? Where you have a something like a coin that you roll, a dice that you roll, right? Where you have numbers written from 1 to 6. And depending on how you roll, you will get a number, right?
Yeah.
So, if you look at it carefully, you are essentially looking at 6 sides in a dice. And this is a shape which is very much similar to a cube. All the sides are same length, okay? And there are 6. Every side is a square by itself. It looks like a square, okay?
Yeah.
So if you have to look at the surface area of a cube, you are looking at the 6 sides of the cube, of the dice basically. Yeah? If you are looking at the surface area of a cuboid, you are looking at the 6 sides, but they are not identical, they are different. What happened?
Like a fly.
Okay. So if you are looking at a cuboid, you are looking at 6 sides, but they are not identical, they are all different. Or only the opposite sides are same. So like this side, the front of this cuboid and the back side of the cuboid, they are same. Okay? If you look at one side of the cuboid and the other side of the cuboid, they are the same. Or look at this. This is a perfect example of a cuboid. Okay? My eraser. Here,
Yes.
this side and this side are same. This side and this side are the same.
Yeah.
They are symmetric. This side and this side are the same. So basically, in case of a rectangle, you are looking at 3 pairs of, in case of a cuboid, you are looking at three pairs of equal sides.
Yeah.
Wherein in case of a cube, you are looking at 6 identical sides. So here in this case of the cuboid, the surface area would be this area and this area, both are same. So 2 times this area, 2 times of this area and 2 times of this area. All put together, that will be the surface area. If you have to color this pink, you will have to color all the sides. And that is the 2 times of 3 different types. Top, side, and this side. 2 times of all that area. Okay. So that is how surface area of a cuboid is 2 times of 3 sides. 3 different sides. Length into width plus width into height plus height into length. Now look at this. If I am looking at this side, length, this is width and this is height, let's say. Or this is length, this is width and this is height. Okay. One side is, this side is what? Length into width. So 2 times of length into width. This one is
I mean,
length.
actually another formula of the lateral surface area. It's actually the perimeter of the base times the height of the cuboid.
No, say that again. Perimeters times?
Perimeter of the base times the height of the cuboid.
Perimeter of the base times
the height. The
cuboid. That is 2 perimeters times. So this is length into width. Length.
That's for lateral surface area.
Okay, sorry. You are saying?
For the lateral surface
Lateral.
area, you were talking about the surface.
Okay.
Now.
Okay. I'm talking about all the surface area. So that's why you are covering 4 sides. 2 sides are missing here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, again for the surface area of a cuboid, you are literally talking about 3 pairs of matching sides. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So length, width and height, these are three dimensions you have. It will be 2 times length into width plus width into height plus height into length. Now you will tell me how to derive this. This formula also I have derived in one of the class before. I can give you a link for that one, but that might be just too much for you to watch the videos and then do the practice. Sivatsap, tell me one thing. How comfortable are you joining the catch-up class on Wednesday?
Like I also need to I have STAAR practice tests, so.
Okay. So do one thing. Do you have a phone?
I do, but it's an Indian phone, so.
It's a?
Indian phone.
That's okay. I mean, you have WhatsApp in that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would suggest is you do a STAAR practice test, and whatever are the topics where you are getting stuck, just send me a WhatsApp on my number. Okay.
Okay.
So you might want to note down my WhatsApp number. Okay.
Okay. 1 minute.
You keep asking me questions wherever you have doubt, and I will try explaining that to you. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can keep sending me WhatsApp during the day. I might not be able to respond to you. I will, but before I go to sleep, I'll make sure that I respond back to you. Okay? Because you have joined recently, and there are a lot of things that I've covered in the previous classes. I don't just want to give you the link of those videos and say, okay, watch the videos and you should be fine. That is not aligning with my job. So I will explain you things. But again, since we have very limited time, so I want you to do the practice test, and wherever you are getting stuck, ask me specific questions on those topics so that I can explain that to you. Okay? And then we will, as part of the course, we will cover those things anyways. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Because if I try covering everything in next 1 or 2 weeks, I'll not be doing justice and you'll not get enough time. And I know most of the things you would be knowing, but wherever you're getting stuck, if you ask me specific questions, I will try explain that to you so that it helps you with your STAAR test preparation and planning. Okay?
Yeah.
So my number is 479
479
320
320
1982.
1982.
Yeah. So this number is there with your daddy and mommy both. In case you're not able to reach me on WhatsApp, check with them, send me a message. Okay?
Yeah.
And I would want you to send me a message for whichever question, whichever concept you are struggling with, and I will try explaining that. I'll probably record an audio and send it to you, or I will give you specific pointers or some of the things. Sometimes I can probably check with you what time works for you. We can have a quick call and I can try explaining that. Because we don't have enough time, so that's why I cannot say that, okay, let's talk on the next weekend and then we'll see. Right?
Okay.
So do that STAAR test, and wherever you're getting stuck, let me know. It's just been few classes for you, so I know there are a lot of things that we have done before which you have not attended, but I don't want to give you the link of the video always. Okay, that will not help you actually. Yeah. All right. So we talked about surface area and volume, but I will. Okay. So conceptually, you know what is volume, what is surface area. Cube and cuboid we talked about. Similarly, there is another thing that will come into picture, that is called cylinder, right? Cylinder.
Yes, sir.
Like I was saying, a cube is made by a square, a cuboid is made by a rectangle, a cylinder is made by a circle. Meaning, if you have a circle and if you extend it, if you have seen bangles at home, like mommy wearing those bangles, right? If you have seen a stack of the bangles, you will see that those are like circles after circles after circles stacked one after another.
Yeah.
And if you look at it carefully, it will look like a cylinder. Yeah? If you stack a lot of bangles of the same size one after another and look at it from a distance, it will look like a cylinder. Yeah?
A water bottle might be a good example.
Water bottle is another example, yes. I was kind of trying to make it even more interesting because if you pick one bangle and look at it, it's a cylinder. Pick another one, it's a cylinder. Pick another one, that's a cylinder. If you have 5 bangles together, it's a smaller height, a smaller object. If you have 10 bangles together, you can use that like a pen stand. You can put a pen inside that also, right? If you have 50 bangles together, it might be a bigger one. You might be able to, probably if you, glue it properly, you can probably keep a lot of water inside that. Yeah? Like how water bottles are made. So basically here, what is the area? You have to know what is the area of a circle, which is making the cylinder for us. So what is the area of a circle, do you know?
Pi times r squared.
Pi times r squared.
Yeah, pi times r.
Right? So pi times r squared. So this is the total space that it takes in one layer. I have this much height. I have so much of layer. If I multiply this area, with the height, taller the cylinder, more the volume. Smaller the cylinder, lesser the volume. What is remaining constant is the area, the circle. You're just extending it or shrinking it. Yeah? So area pi r square multiplied by h, that gives you the volume of a cylinder. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah? Now, Srivatsa, are you with me?
Yeah.
If I have to look at the surface area of the cylinder, what are the things that you're talking about? You're talking about this part, you're talking about this part, and then you're talking about this, the curve, this curve. Yeah?
Okay. The round shape.
Round shape. So basically you are talking about this area, that is pi r square, because this is the area of a circle. This area, which is again pi r square, the top and the bottom of the cylinder. So this plus the curve. Okay? The curve. So basically if you are looking at the cylinder, let's assume that this was symmetric, okay? This was not narrow here. If it was symmetric, I'm talking about the curve part. If I have to color this, right? I have to color this side, to color the top, I have to color this. If my daughter has to take this to school, she'll say, I want this to be pink. I don't like grey color. So for her to make it pink, I would need to paint it. I would need to paint the curve here. I would need to paint the top and the bottom. Right? So
Yeah.
this bottom is a circle, pi r squared. This top is a circle, that is also pi r squared. And then the curve. So now this will be 2 pi r squared plus the curve. Okay? Now you will tell me what is the dimension of the curve. Okay? What is
So
it?
basically we need to apply the formula right now.
Yeah, we need to find out the formula for that. Okay?
Okay.
And I have
Let me
explained.
calculate it.
Yes. So the formula for surface area,
It's pi r.
surface area of a cylinder will be 2 pi r into r plus h. So 2 pi r into r plus h, that is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Now you will tell me how. That also I have explained in one of the class before. I'm just trying to give you a clue, okay? So let's look at cylinder, okay? This is radius is r and the height is h, okay? Volume will be pi r square into h. So the area multiplied by h. This part is clear, right? Surface area, when we talk about, surface area will be this, the bottom circle, the top circle, and then the curve. So pi r square is the bottom circle, pi pi r square is the top circle plus the curve. Okay, so this is 2 pi r square plus the curve. Okay, so that is why I was saying 2 pi r square plus curve. Now curve is this. Curve is this. What did I do? I folded this to make it like a cylinder. Yeah. Okay. So we are trying to find out this curve. Here, this is a radius. Okay. So to find out the surface area, if I unfold this, this is the surface area of my curve. Okay. One side I know, this is the height. This side is height. If I unfold this, this side is height. This is a rectangle, right? When I unfold a cylinder, it becomes like a rectangle. Look at this cylinder becoming a rectangle. Okay?
Yeah.
So if you know the area of this rectangle, you would know the surface area of this curve, right? Yeah, that is what is becoming this curve, right? No, tell me. I mean, say yes only when you are convinced. Okay, don't trust me.
Okay.
I'm not a good guy to be trusted.
Okay.
So this is a cylinder. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out the surface area of this curve.
Okay.
You'll use the lateral area, which is perimeter times height. No, perimeter, area of the base times the height.
Yeah. Area of the base times the height is the volume. Area of the base times height the volume. We're talking about surface area right now.
Okay.
So what is the surface area? Surface area is this rectangle.
Yeah.
Like the outside.
Yeah. So height, one side of the rectangle is the height.
Okay.
One side of this rectangle is the height of the cylinder, right? This.
Yeah.
Now, what about this one? This is nothing but the perimeter of the circle that you were seeing before. This perimeter is becoming one side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So, the curve is actually a rectangle with two sides. One side is the perimeter of the whole circle times the height of the cylinder. This perimeter is becoming one side of the rectangle, and this is the height which is there. And do you know what is the perimeter of a circle? See, this cylinder is a circle of this height, right? So this is the height of this side, and this becomes as big as the perimeter of the circle. Are you with me? See yourself. Yeah?
Yeah.
So that means the curve is nothing but the area of this rectangle, and this area is what? The height multiplied by the perimeter. This perimeter is what? 2 pi r.
Yeah.
Perimeter of a circle is what? 2 pi r, right?
Yeah.
By R.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is plus h height into 2 pi r. So this becomes 2 pi r h. So the total surface area is 2 pi r square that we had found here plus the curve. Curve is 2 pi r h. So that's why if you remember, I had given the formula before I derived this as 2 pi r into r plus h. This is what I was saying. And then I broke it down into 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Okay?
Yeah.
And this one also I have explained in the previous video, but I hope once you watch this video again, you will be able to relate and then you will be able to solve the problems with this. Okay? So, I'm just summarizing what we have learned or practiced with respect to the volume. Okay? So, we looked at the cube, cuboid, cylinder. Cube, volume. Okay. Cube is made by square. times height. Cuboid is made by rectangle times height. Cylinder is made by circle times height. So this becomes here, in case of cube, height, length, width all are same. So square times height, so volume of a cube is square times height. So length is square into height. Height is also same for cube. So length cube. And surface area of cube will be 6 times area of one side because all are same. So 6 times the area of one side, that is L square. Okay?
Yes.
Now when you go to cuboid is rectangle times height, meaning you are talking about volume as rectangle times height, area of rectangle times height, length times width times height. Okay? Surface area will be, as I was saying, 2 times 3 matching sides, 3 different pairs. 2 times length into width plus width into height plus height into length. Okay? And then comes cylinder. Cylinder is circle with the height. So volume will be pi r square, circle's area, into height. Surface area will be equal to 2 pi r into r plus h. This is what we derived, where we looked at two sides as 2 pi r square plus the magic that I did with this paper. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are the formulas that we derived. So again, whatever formula I put it here, I don't memorize it. I always try relating that with the properties that I know. And that's what I tried explaining you guys, so that you can also remember the concepts or learn it the same way. Alright? So I would want you to solve some sums, see what's up, okay? With the Pythagorean theorem as well as the volume. And keep asking me, keep bothering me, keep chasing me with any doubt, any question you have in next 6-7 days, okay? Send me on WhatsApp and I will make sure that I kind of help you with the easier explanation for those, okay? Let me see what all Mitran has that he wants me to cover.
So what I'm struck while I was doing the STAAR practice test, I'm fine. I'm mostly fine with most of the topics, but the topic I'm struggling with is financial literacy.
Financial
And
literacy.
the other one was, there was just a question. I don't know what was it called. I think it had to be like related to data analysis.
Right. Financial literacy and data analysis.
Yeah,
So,
I'm actually fine with box plots, bar graphs, mean, and range, but there's like one problem where it's saying like to like predict something. It's not like probability. I have to like go recheck that one more time.
Okay, so you also you have your own phone?
Yeah, but
You
it's at
have-
home.
No, that's fine. I'm saying, do you have a way to reach out to me? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah,
You have a way to reach out to me.
yeah.
And do you know my number already?
I could just look through at text.
Right. So what you can do is, you can take my phone and text yourself. Okay. Put down your number and text yourself, okay? So that way you will have a way to reach out to me. So the question, see again, financial literacy is something which is common for Mitran and Srivatsa both. So I want to know what are the type of problems that you are struggling with, so that I can give you very focused response or focused answer to those. Otherwise, I might teach some basics and that may not be of much
Yeah, I
use.
sent a text to myself.
Okay, yeah. So once you go home, you will receive that text message, and then you can confirm that yes, this is, and then you can reach me through text message or through WhatsApp. Okay. During the day, I might not be able to respond quickly because I'm working, but whenever I get time, I'll respond back. Okay. So
Do you work mainly as a teacher or you work at a job somewhere?
This is something that I don't claim as a work. I do it because I love maths.
Okay.
So I'm working in IT. This is my 24th year in IT.
Mm-hmm.
I work as a program manager in IT.
Okay, makes sense, Alex. Let's get back to the topic.
Yeah. So coming back to the point. So here, you both have my number. Send me a text message or WhatsApp message with exact question. Okay, this is the question I'm not able to solve. What is the approach? Don't ask me what is the answer. I will not tell the answer. Ask me the approach. How do I approach this problem? I'll give you an approach so that you can solve 5, 10, 20 similar type of sums if you know the approach. If I just tell you the answer, you'll say, okay, this is the question, tell me what is the answer. I'll tell you that this is the answer. That's of no use. So that's why I don't really bother about the answer. I bother about the approach. If I teach you guys the approach, you can solve hundreds of sums of the same type. If I focus on solving one problem and don't tell you guys the approach, no use. Yeah? Alright. So, Srivatsam, same thing for you also. The financial literacy. I think this was one topic for you also, correct?
Yeah. So,
So-
like last week we had a test and I got 100.
You got 100?
Yeah.
You don't need me then. Then
So
I'm just kidding.
basically, one question I have in this chapter is like how to find out if it's total amount or like just asking about the interest. Like that's the main question everybody has. I know if it's simple or compound, but you know, like if they ask like a total amount, like accumulated amount, or like a normal interest.
So, yeah. So for those kind of questions, simple thumb rule is turn. Read the question again and again. Trust, ignore that part. Read the question again and again. Read the same question 2, 3, 4 times and see if that is giving you a clue. If not, that is when you have to ask me. Okay? So, what I would suggest is you pick 2, 3 problems. Okay? 2 or 3 problems where you are kind of struggling. Okay? Or where you have a doubt. You send those questions to me and tell me in that question, this part I'm not clear. Okay?
Bye.
And so that way I would know by reading the question what is getting you confused and what is that you would want me to kind of give you an approach for. Okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
So try try finding out the problems which are actually problem, which you are kind of finding difficult to understand and approach solving it. Okay? And if you give me that, I will tell you what will be the right approach to solve it. But before you give me any problem, I would want you to use this formula TRAN. Accept the trust part, read the question 2, 3 times and see if you are able to relate. If you are getting stuck, you have my WhatsApp, you have my text number. Reach out to me. Okay? Make good use of the time. Next 7 days or next 10 days are crucial, right? When is your start test now?
My STAAR test for math, it's going to be on April 30th.
Okay, so you have essentially 4
4
weeks.
weeks. Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about you? See what's up. When is your start test? See what's up? Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry, my proof's not ready. At the end of April.
End of April. So you also have 4 weeks. What I'm saying is, from now till end of April, I want you guys to make good use of your connection with me. Okay? Meaning, whenever you are getting stuck, take a screenshot of that question, send it to me on WhatsApp, saying I'm getting stuck here. I'll probably read that question and tell you how do you go about solving it. Okay?
Okay.
So that way, you don't really have to wait for 7 days for your class. test me. I should be able to tell you how to approach that problem, and if you know the solution or the approach, you'll be able to solve similar problems without actually waiting for the next class. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So let's become chat friends for next 30 days. Okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Can I go now?
We are pretty much done. Any other question we have?
No.
No? So, for Srivatsav, volume, surface area, financial literacy, data analytics, and Pythagorean theorem. For Mitran, it's going to be primarily financial literacy and data analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that's what we will use, and we will try to make sure that we are well prepared for the STAAR test, and we have nothing under prepared from our side. Okay, so use my connection, keep reminding me. Let's see if there's something that you want to learn from me which I don't know and I would need to learn that. I don't mind doing it, but make sure that you guys are prepared for your STAAR test. Alright?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Oh, you guys have one more day to go. Your weekend is not over yet. You have a long weekend.
Well, for me, Friday was off, but
Wait,
Monday I
why is
have
there a long
school.
weekend?
Because both my kids they have Friday off and they have Monday off also.
Monday off, but for us, I thought that Monday we have no school.
Yeah.
I thought no, because I live in Allen. Allen is different.
Oh, island is different. Maybe school district is different. Yeah, correct.
But I need to go check the school calendar.
Yeah, please do that because both my kids are going to be home tomorrow. So I was thinking that it's the same for everybody.
Okay.
Check it out. Alright. So that brings us to the end of the class.